Welcome to the Modern Hotelier, the most engaged podcast in hospitality. I'm your host, David Millili.
I'm your co-host, Steve Carran.
And I'm the producer, John Boomhofer.
Steve, who do we have on the program today?
Yeah, David. Today we have on Andrea Piana, CEO of Piana Technology. Andrea's passion for environmentalism drove the 440-year-old legacy of his family's textile company to shift towards sustainable solutions and technological innovations. He envisions a truly circular, zero-waste economy and sees an opportunity to provide the building blocks for the new physical and social infrastructure driven by compassion and empathy. Welcome to the show, Andrea.
Thank you for having me, Steve and David. Pleasure to be here and honor to be here. Thank you very much.
Great. So we're going to get started. We're going to go through a lightning round of questions, get to know a little bit about your personal background, your career, and then dive into some industry topics. Sound good?
Roger that.
What was your first job?
My first job was actually at the age of 8 years old. I was working in a manufacturing facility with my father.
Wow. What's something you wish you were better at?
Probably everything.
Okay.
That's my nature. So it's an easy answer.
All right. So what's a luxury you can't live without?
Personal growth.
What's a place you've never been to, but you most want to go to?
Probably New Zealand.
All right. So you've got your own late night talk show. Who's your first guest?
It's a living guest or is a non-living guest?
You can pick either.
Oh, I would love to have Jesus.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
No question about it.
Yeah, that's great.
Beautiful. That was great, Andrea. Now we're going to learn a little bit more about you, kind of what makes you tick a little bit. So you grew up in Italy. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So how did growing up in Italy shape you into who you are today?
That's an interesting question. So I'm originally from the northwest of Italy, a tiny place called Biella. I'm literally from the mountains. So when we used to have snow, in 15 minutes from my house, I could ski. So it's one of the few regional area of Italy where you learn first how to ski and then how to play soccer. So, it's rare. So growing up in Italy, I think that with the family environment where I was raised, it was really a function of having a beautiful relationship with the outdoor, playing with my friends, skiing a lot, of course, and a typical chaotic but very intense Italian family. So it's really representative of what you see in the movies or you read about it.
Sure.
So that's really
great.
You went to college in Italy. So kind of two questions here. What did you study? And what are some of the differences you're seeing living in the US versus Italy?
Well, I studied the most boring things, which was economics, which
Right.
I regretted absolutely. If I could go back with the time machine that you gave to me
Right.
before, I would definitely study something different. So living in the United States, I moved here since 1995. It was a remarkable gift and a remarkable opportunity. United States is definitely based on meritocracy. It's a country of law. And you really can perceive that achieving the impossible is actually possible. So I love this country and sense of patriotism. For me, it's been a remarkable journey and I'm extremely fortunate.
That's awesome. So you were a two-time world champion of semi-contact. Can you tell us what is semi-contact and how you became a two-time world champion?
Yes, I've been 2 times world champion semi-contact. Semi-contact is like kickboxing or karate point. So where instead of going through the full contact of the motions, you go in and you come out with the hit.
Oh,
and so I was a good athlete overall in anything that I was doing. And purely coincidentally, I grew to become 6'3" at the age of 13. But I was 127 pounds. So nobody would really be able to compete with me.
Yeah.
So it was either skiing or was either kickboxing, semi-contact. And I was fortunate enough to win. So that's how I became 2 times world champion.
How long did you kickbox or did you do semi-contact kickboxing for?
So I did it for 8 years.
Wow.
And then I kept doing martial arts throughout my entire life.
Sure. Very cool. Very cool.
Great.
Well, that was great. Now we're going to learn into your career a little bit, how you got to where you are today. So, after you graduated college in Italy, did you go right into the family business or did you dip your toe in other things?
No, straight out to family business. I don't think I even had the options. The mental freedom or at the conscious and subconscious level, definitely, I was directed toward the family business. I was actually keeping studying, and in 1995 we opened our first facility here in the United States, and my family asked me if I was interested in moving and learning and running this facility, and I decided to accept their offer.
And so Piana was actually the technology was founded in 1582 as an Italian textile mill,
Yeah.
and tell us more about the history there and how the focus on bedding came about.
So first of all, we are from this specific geographical area, and this area has some advantages. It's has a lot of sheep farm, and there are hills and there are mountains. So a significant amount of water, and the water is very soft, and so it's not hard. There is no residues. It was a perfect combination for a lot of family to move in that specific area and to embrace the availability of ships, the availability of light water, the availability of water mill. So we would really leverage the kinetic energy to move the first type of textile manufacturing. And that's where we started. That does not mean that we have been successful since 1582. I just want to make sure we're clear about that.
That's great. And then you kind of mentioned this already, but in 1995, you opened the Piana Technology opened their first American factory in Cartersville, Georgia. What really caused your family to look into America to open a factory here?
So since the early 90s, we were shipping dyed cotton. Dyed cotton it was used for the traditional textile market, so apparel and denim. And the United States government established a quota, and so we were not able to ship more than X amount of pounds every year. So we decided to open our first manufacturing facility in the state of Georgia, 1995, to supply the domestic industry, of course.
Sure. Very cool.
So you recently released, and I hope I pronounce this right, Renovo Mattress. How did this come about, and what makes that mattress so unique?
Well, in the state of Georgia, we have almost the entire supply chain. We start from fiber treatment, then we evolve into what is called traditional non-woven applications. And we supply multiple markets. One of them is actually the bedding industry. So we supply approximately 20 to 25% of the bedding market with some of our component as a technology of a bed. So as an organic extensions, we wanted to leverage our innovative spirit and our commitment to circular economy to be a catalyst in the bedding industry. And so we decided to create a bed that was extremely innovative and the most sustainable bed in the industry. That was the premise of this vision.
That's awesome. Is the fact that it's most sustainable why it's so innovative, or what makes the bed so innovative in the industry?
That's a good question. So the purpose statement of the organizations itself, we believe that we are a powerhouse of innovative, sustainable technology. So the pillar of the organizations are to be extremely innovative. So adding functionality in terms of we assess the well-being of an individual, and also to have a full respect toward the environment. So the innovation does not come just with a focus on sustainability. The innovation comes from understanding how we can protect humans, how we can enhance their quality of sleep, and how we can do that without having an ecological bankruptcy like we are witnessing today.
This episode is sponsored by Piana Sleep. Born out of a 442-year-old family-owned Italian textile company, Piana Sleep is a division of Piana Technology that is dedicated to pushing the mattress industry forward through sustainability and innovation. In 2024, looking to disrupt the $52 billion global mattress industry, Piana Sleep launched its first flagship product, the Renovo Mattress, with hospitality in mind. Piana Sleep is dedicated to elevating expectations of what is possible for sustainable and comfortable bedding in hotels. Plus, with Piana Sleep's revolutionary take-back promise at the end of the Renovo's life, the company will recycle it, helping alleviate the environmental impact of hospitality brands and giving the mattress a new life. At the heart of Renovo is Piana Technology's proprietary transformative V-Smart technology. V-Smart includes fibers that are vertically arranged in a unique high-loft non-woven design that delivers a non-toxic, odor-free, VOC-free environment. V-Smart's groundbreaking design includes the company's molecular printing technology that infuses molecular compounds into materials tailored to deliver countless health benefits, such as active cooling, customizable aromatherapy, antimicrobial protection, sleep and mood enhancers, and much more. Producing an unparalleled and deeply restful night's sleep every guest is sure to remember. A brighter future starts with a healthier night's sleep. For more information, visit pianasleep.com.
Very cool. So now we're going to get into more of the industry thoughts and a little bit more about Piana specifically. So I'd like to know specifically, the Renovo mattress. How is that specifically impacting the hospitality industry? And what benefits does that not only bring to hotels, but also the guests of the hotels as well?
Well, first of all, we hope it's going to have a strong impact on hospitality.
Sure.
Time will prove if our vision is indeed was correct. So we created in these specific mattresses, we created an environment that has functionality of absolute safety, a functionality of providing far greater air permeability, so an element of freshness throughout the entire bed, so there is not accumulations of heat. And then we apply our pure calm technology. We apply molecules with specific focuses on neurotransmitter activities. So it's a scent technology that I think we're the first of its kind to start to implement it here in United States. So the capability to assess that, at least for hospitality, we want to create an environment where it's going to be extremely comfortable, and there are no bacterias, and we want to maintain a luxury sense of feeling of sleep. You have to wake up or rested, and so currently and also in the future we're adding more technology. We see this more as an apparatus, as a platform, specifically focused on the well-being of humanity.
So, how is Piana Sleep helping the hospitality brands with sustainability? And do you have any great stories of guest feedback or things of that nature where people are just like, hey, I need to know where this mattress came from because I got to get one for my house?
Well, we do believe that hospitality have a great opportunity to become extremely transparent in how they approach their relationship with customers, but also with the environment. They can be a beacon or a catalyst toward changes, because future Generation Z, Generation Alpha, they are very idealistic, as they should be, as we all should be. And they're going to be the judge of the decision of some corporations. So I think that's a great opportunity for hospitality. Every single day, we throw away 50,000 mattresses, every single day. So if you stack them on the top of each other, their height is the same as Mount Everest. It's nonsensical because there is not the need. And so our intention was to really offer a mattress that is 100% recyclable. It is produced in a manufacturing facility. It is 100% solar. And we want to add more and more functionalities. I just came back from Italy. We are currently working with a university in the south of Italy on really customize even more scent technology and applying specific sensors that are going to be introduced in the market in the next 24 months. I think hospitality has a great opportunity to be a leader, and an individual should have, or a customer should have the right to choose where do they want to sleep in terms of quality, in terms of alignment with their value, in terms of alignment with their beliefs. That's a power that nobody should remove from us. We have the right to choose.
Absolutely. And I love your point on sustainability, that you have recyclable mattresses. But I have to ask another question, what made you kind of focus on the hospitality state for Piana Technology instead of more the residential space or any other spaces? What made you passionate about diving into hospitality?
Well, a couple of things. First, we have defined with clarity the aggregate demand of unhappy customers. And it was very easy to define that at the hospitality level. Those hotels, small and not necessarily large, that they were very focused on the functionality, quality, and sustainability. They were more reachable, they were more personal, and generally more aligned with what we stand for. That was the initial main focus. Much easier at the beginning to reach an interlocutor, which was already aligned with multiple options, meaning multiple rooms, instead of reaching or going directly to consumers at this specific stage of our life.
That's great. Kind of one follow-up question. Do you have any numbers on how non-recyclable mattress, how long that takes to break down?
Well, I don't believe in general terms they actually break down. I mean, eventually everything breaks down.
Yeah.
But it will be, my point of view, centuries.
Yeah, because you have the springs, if they have that, and there's just so much involved. It would take. It seems like it would take forever.
Yeah, you have PU foam and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it depends really by the compositions overall.
I have a question for you. What's next? Like, what is the new, like, kind of the next, kind of evolution of the company, or where do you see trends just in general going when it comes to sustainability and mattresses, bedding? Kind of there's so much talk about sustainability and hospitality. So what do you think's next, or what's next for you?
Well, I think there is a definitely an overall misconception. Sustainability has been used, abused, exploited in any form that you would like. Really, we should talk about circular design, capability to reduce, reuse, and recycle components. And you can do that in a very safe way. So I overall hope that the industry will have more clarity to what they can do to support this, realistically, this ecological bankruptcy that we're facing. We're here in Georgia. I don't know exactly where you're located. I don't remember, but we had the hurricane that has been going through a thunderstorm, and science is very clear. So from the 1970 to today, the overall surface temperature has been increasing, and the kinetic power of the hurricane has been increasing. That's simple. That's science. So there is much more that we can do from that perspective. The rest of how we foresee the future is really about improving the quality of humanity through a substrate, in this specific case, this platform that is a bed, where we rest anywhere between 6 to 8 hours, 8 hours if you're very lucky. Definitely that's not me. But if you can envision a system where you can regenerate your immune system, you can do tissue repair, tissue growth, cell regenerations, the proper data gathering of on a larger surface. You can do on the phone, you can do on a bracelet, but it's a very small surface area. So you got to think really futuristically. Should be a place where you wake up and you're more rested, and all your stage of sleeping can be achieved maybe in less hours, and you have better quality of life, et cetera, et cetera. So we see more an innovative approach on everything.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about that because I am a terrible sleeper. So like anything that helps me track my sleep or kind of knows how I can improve my sleep, I'm all for that. So this technology sounds right up my alley. But one final question kind of from our end here. You're CEO of a company. Do you have any advice out there for folks that are, want to be a CEO one day, or that's their inspiration to be?
I think that's a very interesting question. First of all, if I can give a suggestion, is really define your purpose, define your values, and then lead with imaginations, lead with creativity, lead with passion. Try to be a misfit. The rules are not there always to be respected. Otherwise, we will not evolve. I think you have to embrace life with great intensity. You don't want to be average. You want to just be truly happy. I think that's the beautiful aspect of life. That's the only suggestion I can give. I'm not a typical CEO, so I'm sorry.
No, it's good advice.
That's great advice. That is great advice. So we've been asking you questions this whole time. So now we're going to turn the tables and let you ask us a question.
Fair. So if you can, both of you, if you can tell me what you stand for, what is your purpose in life?
Ooh, David, you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I can go first. I mean, I've been told it's, I always say that I'm a big believer in karma and doing right. And someone corrected me and said that's more spiritual than what karma stands for. So for me, it's always just trying to kind of, you want to leave kind of whatever you're doing, whether it be the industry you're in, your children, you want to just pass on to the industry, your children, just something that makes their life better or makes the industry better. So for me, I'd like to, not to be morbid, when I pass, people to say this was an honest person, this was a person who cared, this was a person who was committed to trying to make things better, helping people, helping their family. And sometimes that means you got to be tough. You got to be tough on your kids, or you got to be tough on your employees. As a fellow CEO, I liked your advice because, you've got to kind of find your passion. So for me, I just love hospitality. I just love being in hotels. I love meeting new people from all over the world. So that would be kind of my thing would be, I'd like to at least, hopefully I make a change on this industry and continue to make a change and have made a change. So.
This is why David and I have a podcast together, because I was going to say leave hospitality and even the world or my community in a better place than when I found it, just making a positive impact to maybe those getting into the industry or even those that have been in the industry, but leaving that lastful impact. And also, I got this from my mother, but spreading positivity along the way. Life's short to go through it not with a smile on your face, and that's kind of my thing. Leave it better than when I found it, and have a positive attitude on throughout my journey.
We need more of that in this country right now, and I'll leave it at that.
You think about it, we are three individuals in this call, and the common denominator is to do good for humanity overall. And so I think overall people are pretty nice.
For the most part. I agree. Well, this is great. Now we have one question left. Our producer, John, he's been listening the whole time, so he's going to ask you one more question before we get you out of here.
Yeah, this is super cool. I loved hearing about what you guys do. I'm curious, from a hotelier's perspective, what is the journey of a mattress like with them? Like when somebody says, "Hey, we want to use your mattresses," what does that look like? How long do they last? What happens after? All of those things. I'm just kind of curious of that journey.
That's a good question. So specifically related to our mattresses, if we visualize the transactions between us and let's say a hotel, we would sell X amount of mattresses. And generally, hotels should change their beds every 5 to 8 years. We would pick up these mattresses, would bring it inside of our recycling facility. We will open these mattresses and then go through a sanitization process. And once we sanitize this material, we're actually going to convert it into small, if I'm saying this in English correctly, kind of small beds that we will donate to, kind of homeless facilities or disaster relief or people that they are in need. So that's our commitment toward what we want to do.
Well, that does it for another episode of the Modern Hotelier. Andrea, this is where you can plug away, tell people about how they can find out more about Piana, how they can connect with you. So plug away. The floor is yours.
I didn't plan this, so probably they can find us at Piana Sleep online. They can connect me through LinkedIn probably, and but most of all, I really would like to thank all of you. Great conversation. It's a pleasure, and spend time with you today. So thank you very much for everything. I appreciate it.
So that does it for another episode of the Modern Hotelier, the most engaged podcast in hospitality. We thank you whether you're watching or listening. And until next time, we'll see you. Thank you, Andrea. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This episode is sponsored by Piana Sleep. Born out of a 442-year-old family-owned Italian textile company, Piana Sleep is a division of Piana Technology that is dedicated to pushing the mattress industry forward through sustainability and innovation. In 2024, looking to disrupt the $52 billion global mattress industry, Piana Sleep launched its first flagship product, the Renovo Mattress, with hospitality in mind. Piana Sleep is dedicated to elevating expectations of what is possible for sustainable and comfortable bedding in hotels. Plus, with Piana Sleep's revolutionary take-back promise at the end of the Renovo's life, the company will recycle it, helping alleviate the environmental impact of hospitality brands and giving the mattress a new life. At the heart of Renovo is Piana Technology's proprietary transformative V-Smart technology. V-Smart includes fibers that are vertically arranged in a unique high-loft non-woven design that delivers a non-toxic, odor-free, VOC-free environment. V-Smart's groundbreaking design includes the company's molecular printing technology that infuses molecular compounds into materials tailored to deliver countless health benefits, such as active cooling, customizable aromatherapy, antimicrobial protection, sleep and mood enhancers, and much more. Producing an unparalleled and deeply restful night's sleep every guest is sure to remember. A brighter future starts with a healthier night's sleep. For more information, visit pianasleep.com.
You made it to the end of the Modern Hotelier. Thanks for listening. The Modern Hotelier is produced by Make More Media. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're listening on YouTube, or subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. If you know a guest or sponsor that would be a good fit, feel free to email us at hello@themodernhotelier.com. If you'd like to get some Modern Hotelier merch, click the merch button on modernhotelier.com or click the link below. Thanks and have a great day.